TIFU by getting shot by my date confused face. Okay, let me preface this by saying, UK. It was an air rifle within legal limits. 12 feet per pound. So this was bad. But not as bad as it could have been across the pond. I am 22. Like to consider myself an experienced outdoorsman. I spent most of my childhood camping and I still always try to go once a month minimum. 3 years ago I bought myself an air rifle for target shooting. No animals have ever been harmed in my trips. Recently I started talking with Ellie. 19F. We really hit it off thanks to a shared love of nature, animals, and scary stories. We had planned to go on a hike for our first date. Then she found out I have a rifle. And instead she wanted to go shooting. Okay, fair enough. Fast forward to day of. I picked her up. We drove out to my usual spot. And got set up. I showed her the basics of firearm safety. Then we got shooting. Important detail. Ellie is an awful shot. About 90 minutes in I've got my camping stove set up. And I'm making a brew. I suddenly need to answer the call of nature and ask Ellie to finish brewing up. On my way back I don't hear any shots. And assume Ellie is making a brew, so obviously she won't have the rifle aimed downrange. So I cut across the range to get back quicker. Didn't occur to me that she was reloading. I make it up over the ridge onto the range just in time to hear a crack and a searing pain in my left shoulder. I drop to the ground behind the ridge, half expecting another shot, before I hear Ellie scream out and I get back up, making my way back to our spot, trying my damnedest to do my best nonchalant, "'tis but a flesh wound," face despite how I'm bleeding badly with a .22 lead pellet in my shoulder. Ellie can't stop apologizing. I'm trying to calm her down but she's crying and convinced she's going to prison. We pack up the equipment. Rifle, mats, a tarp we were using as a cover, stove, and I pack the wound with some cotton wool pads from her bag and hold in place with duct tape I had in the glove box. After a long, very awkward drive we make it to the hospital. And we head into the emergency room. We waited for about 20 minutes before I was seen to by a drive. And got the pellet hole properly cleaned and the pellet removed. All the while Ellie is being grilled by a nurse about just how the young man got shot. And I have to intervene when she talks about reporting this to the police, assuring her the accident was my fault. Me and Ellie stay in the hospital for about an hour, eating shit from the vending machine and drinking god-awful coffee, before deciding that things didn't actually go that bad, and setting up another date. No weapons involved this time. This morning, I wake up to a 3,000-word essay from her about how sorry she is, how much she enjoyed our time out and how she's terrified she ruined any chance of us working out. Cold sweat smile. TLDR. Girl shot me on the first date. And then panicked she'd scared me off. Honestly, if things go well, this will be a hell of a story to tell the kids about just how me and their mum met. Edit. A lot of people talking about the second date. As I edit this it's about 2.5 hours away. Upside down face. Edit 2. Getting a lot of people asking for updates on how date 2 goes. We'll post it on my profile later on if anybody that interested. Edit 4. Link to the above update here. Apparently necessary. Third edit. Guys. The name of the sub is, "Today I fucked up." I posted this here for a reason. In no way, shape or form was any of this on Ellie. I am 100% at fault for walking on the range. Hence the I in TIFU. Teach her how to use a knife on your second date. I'm struggling to get texts back and my guy here gets woman shooting their shot. Literally. Bring a Nerf gun for next trip and have your revenge. Cool story to tell your kids later about how your first date with their mom went. Here is the gamer move. I hope you saved that pellet. When you inevitably propose to this chick, get the pellet set into the engagement ring. Bam, you're a legend. Then also after she accepts, offer to get a real gem set if she wants it. If this works out, you will permanently have the upper hand in any situation. I am sorry. I can't take the trash out. My shoulder's acting up from that time you shot me. I am not spending another holiday with your parents. What are you gonna do? Shoot me again? Quote, I am sorry I forgot your birthday. But at least I didn't shoot you. How far was the shot? Twist, she's a great shot and hit the target. You genuinely have to make it clear to her it was your fault for walking across the range. Lol, she will figure it out eventually and be mad at you if you let her think she was to blame. That's kinda cute. So you teach her firearm safety and yet your dumbass walks through an active range? At least you paid the stupid tax for it. Interesting that you managed to talk them out of reporting. All gunshot wounds are mandatory reporting for us in the ER. Doesn't matter if it was blatantly accidental. Still needs to be reported even though it doesn't necessarily mean charges get laid. Shot through the heart and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. Consider the following names for your children: Colt, Barrett, a Kalashnikov. I love how the first thing said here is, okay, I got shot, but not like, America shot. It's like my dad used to say, eventually everybody gets shot. I went into this thinking your date would be the idiot. You, sir, you were in fact the idiot. Don't violate basic gun safety rules as the takeaway for readers. Glad you're okay, but you had no business shortcutting across the shooting range. In ancient Greece, if boy liked girl, he would throw apple at her. Guess modern times need modern solutions. Plus equal gender rights. Sorry bud, but that one is entirely on you. Firearms Safety 101. Never go downrange without explicit confirmation that everyone has stopped shooting and knows exactly where you are. I'm glad you're okay and all. But yeah, your fault. Man, I took a date out clay shooting once. Her first time with a gun. So I did due diligence things I'd do with my son. She still muzzle swept me twice. Glad she didn't shoot me though. A trap load's weak. But not weak enough for point blank to not fuck my shit up, lol.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.